Okay, children. After Bohr's atomic model, we are going to see this Sommerfield's atomic model. Sommerfield, the next scientist who proposed his atomic model is Sommerfield. What is the Sommerfield atomic model? So, I told you Bohr could not explain that splitting up of spectral lines. I told you about Zeeman effect and Ian Stark effect. What I told you about Zeeman effect? Splitting up of spectral lines in the presence of magnetic field. When near the atom, when magnet is placed, how the spectral lines are splitting? Suppose this hydrogen spectral lines, if you open your textbook and if you go through that, the spectral lines of hydrogen are given. So, these hydrogen spectral lines, these lines, the violet colored one, the blue one, the red one, again they will split in the presence of magnet. If a magnet is placed near some hydrogen atom, those lines will split again. You get fine spectrum. From this lines, you get small lines. That is called as fine spectrum. Why this is splitting? When magnet is kept, it is splitting, and even under the influence of electric field. Why? When current is passing here in the atom, then also the lines are splitting, and you are getting fine spectrum. Why it is happening so? Bohr could not explain that. Bohr could not explain the Zeeman effect and Stark effect, children. Okay, so after knowing this concept of Zeeman effect and Stark effect, why the spectral lines are splitting in the presence of magnet and in the presence of electric field, Sommerfield proposed his atomic model. Okay, what he told, only one point in the Sommerfield model you have to, what is that? Both told that electrons are revolving around the nucleus in circular paths called as orbits. To these orbits, he added elliptical orbitals. To the orbits, he added elliptical orbitals. Okay, see here, this is the Bohr's first orbit, first or K orbit. This is the Bohr's second or L orbit. This is third or M. I told you, Bohr named them as K, L, M, N, O and so on. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. So this is the Bohr's first orbit or K orbit. For the K orbit, he did not give any elliptical orbit. For L orbit, he gave, along with the orbit, he gave elliptical orbital. Okay, for the first one, only circular orbit. For the second circular orbit, Sommerfield gave one elliptical orbital. And for the third circular orbit, he gave two elliptical orbitals, two. And for the fourth one, three elliptical orbitals, like that, so on. So for each circular orbit, he gave number of elliptical orbitals. Okay, why he gave these elliptical orbitals? He told the nucleus will be the central focal. So, due to the attraction of the nucleus, due to the power of the nucleus, the electrons will not revolve in the circular path. Instead of revolving in the circular path, they will revolve in the elliptical. What is the shape of the ellipse, Nana? It will be like egg shape. They will be revolving in the elliptical shape. So, for each orbit, he gave orbitals. That is the only correction that he made in the Bohr's model. So, in the Sommerfield model, if in the exam it is given to write about Sommerfield model, you have to write after knowing about the splitting of spectral line. Sommerfield came to know about fine spectrum and he gave orbitals, elliptical orbitals to Bohr's orbits. For the first orbit, there is no elliptical orbit. For the second orbit, there is one single elliptical orbit. For the third, there are two. For the fourth, there are three. And so on. Okay, and even his model failed. Why his model failed? Even he could not explain higher elements. He could explain only small elements like hydrogen and helium plus, only small elements with a single electron or two electrons like that. But he could not explain higher elements. So even this model failed. Not only that, children, why electrons are restricted to revolve around the nucleus in a certain distance? Why only here at this distance the electrons are revolving? Here the nucleus is there. Why this place? Why they are revolving here? Why they are not revolving here? That could not be explained by Sommerfeld. These are the two defects. What are the two defects? He could not explain higher elements, and the second defect is he could not explain why electrons are revolving around the nucleus at particular distance. Why not both? That could not also be explained. After this, Max Planck, he got Nobel Prize for his quantum theory. He proposed a new atomic model. Okay, in his model, he told atoms consist of orbits. Orbits consist of orbitals, and orbitals consist of degenerate orbits. Okay, so atoms consist of orbits like K, L, M, N, and these orbits consist of orbitals like S, P, D. Yeah, so many are there. For your syllabus, it's enough if you know about A, B, D. S, P, D, F orbits. Okay, and S orbital is in spherical shape, children. P orbital is in dumbbell shape, and D orbital is in double dumbbell shape. So he told orbits are circular shape. Each orbit is having, I told you, orbitals. Okay, so orbitals are for you in your syllabus. You have the names of 4 orbitals, and about 3 orbitals explanation is given. A little. Okay, the 4 orbitals are S orbital, P orbital, D orbital, and F orbital. S orbital is a spherical in shape. This is S orbital. P orbital is dumbbell in shape, and D orbital is double dumbbell in shape. Okay, and F orbital you don't have about F orbital. Okay, then I told you that orbit. What is orbit? That is the space around the nucleus where electrons revolve. What is orbit? Orbit is space around nucleus where electrons revolve. The space around the nucleus where electrons revolve is called as orbit. I told you orbit consists of orbital. And what is orbital? Orbital is the space where probability of finding the electron more. That means there are more chances to find the electron at that place. You can say that okay, the electron may be here at this point. That is called as orbital. Orbit means the space around the nucleus where the electrons are revolving. In that space also, at particular region, you can say the electron may be here at this particular time. That is called as orbital. The space around the nucleus where the probability of finding the electron is more. That is called as orbital. I told you there are S orbital, and P orbital, D orbital, and f orbital I told you. Each orbital is having degenerate orbitals now. Okay, so I am telling you s orbital. It is having 0 degenerate orbitals. That means it don't have any degenerate orbital. P orbital is having 3 degenerate orbits. They are px, py and pz. Okay, px, suppose this is x-axis and this is y-axis. On the x-axis if it is there, that is px. Py means on the y-axis if the dumbbell is there, that is py. Z-axis means, pz means on the z-axis if the dumbbell is there, that is called as pz. These are the shapes you have to give. Okay children. Okay, so p orbital is having 3 degenerate orbitals.